Students, in this video I am going to discuss about domain eukarya or eukaryota. So the features of this domain is: number A, cells have eukaryotic organization. Cells have eukaryotic organization. Next feature is cell membrane is composed of trilaminar protein lipid protein layer as in bacteria. Then cell membrane is composed of trilaminar trilaminar protein lipid protein layer as in bacteria. Now next is cell wall is absent in animal cells but present in plant cells. Peptidoglycans are not found. Cell wall is absent in animal cell but present in plant cells. Peptidoglycans are not found. Now come to the next feature. Eukarya are resistant to traditional antibiotics. So now eukarya are resistant to traditional antibiotics. Next, hereditary material is formed of nucleoprotein fibers composed of DNA plus basic proteins such as histone. Okay. So now hereditary material is formed of nucleoprotein fibers composed of DNA and basic proteins that is histones. Next feature is eukaryotic or rRNA is unique to eukarya. Eukaryotic rRNA is unique to eukarya. Eukarya ribosomes are ATS type. Eukarya ribosomes are ATS type. Now next, eukarya is divided into the following 4 kingdoms. So eukarya is divided into the following 4 kingdoms. Those are number 1, kingdom protista. Kingdom protista. It includes slime mold, euglenoids, algae and protozoans. Okay, now next is kingdom mycota. It includes Phycomycetes, Zygomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. So it includes Phycomycetes, Zygomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. Okay. Now next is kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae. It includes bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperm. It includes bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, and angiosperms. Now next, kingdom Animalia. It includes all the animals. It includes all animals. Okay. Now I am going to give you a brief detail of Archaebacteria or Archaea. Archaebacteria or Archaea. Okay. So now Archaebacteria form a primitive group of bacteria. They are the most ancient bacteria and are believed to have evolved on primitive Earth billions of years ago when conditions on Earth were hostile. Since then, they have survived unchanged and still live in extreme environments like Great Salt Lake, Dead Sea, sulfur springs and volcanic wells. Archaebacteria are known as evolutionary relics or living fossils. Okay. So now Archaebacteria form a primitive group of bacteria. A primitive group of bacteria. They are the most ancient bacteria and are believed to have evolved on primitive Earth. Billions of years ago. When conditions on Earth were conditions on Earth were hostile. Since then, they have survived. Since then, They have survived. Unchanged and still live in unchanged and still live in extreme environments. Like Great Salt Lake, Dead Sea, Sulphur Spring, Sulphur Springs, and volcanic wells. Archaebacteria are known as evolutionary relics. Or living fossils. As they lived from the primitive time, so they are actually known as evolutionary relics or living fossils. Okay. Now, here are some general characters of Archaebacteria. So now come to the general characteristics. Of Archaebacteria. The cell wall is non-cellulosic, but the cell wall is non-cellulosic, but is formed of polysaccharides. Polysaccharide. Or proteins. It is without peptidoglycans. It is without peptidoglycans. Cell membrane lipids are arranged cell membrane lipids are arranged in a monolayer. The lipids have long branched hydrocarbon chains. The lipids have long branched hydrocarbon chains linked to glycerol. Which enables these forms to tolerate extremes of heat and acidity. Next, archibacterial ribosomal RNA has different sequence of nucleotide as compared to true bacteria. Okay, now students, in my next video I will discuss about the classification of archibacteria. So now, bye students.